Hello, welcome to my review of Freedom Force for PC. This is an older game made by Irrational Games, who are also responsible for the Bioshock series. They got a big game coming up this year. This is a game from the early 2000s. It's available for $5 on Steam, or you can get it and its sequel for $7.50 on Steam. There are lots of characters, and this is a great throwback to the Silver Age of comics. Sorry about the recording quality. I do not have enough money right now to get fraps, so I am using Camp Studio. The quality is relatively bad, but the game has great voice acting that really pays tribute to that tacky Silver Age of comics, and it is a pickup for anybody who enjoys the wacky, crazy, totally improbable stories of the Silver Ages, where Batman could easily be seen dancing in the middle of a fight. Happy, cheery Batman a Go-Go era. This is the crazy cliffhanger, almost like Barnacle Boy and Merman from SpongeBob, that boisterous, loud, flamboyant type of comics, and it's the Silver Age to a T, with these made-up heroes that are lovable and unique. I'm showing the middle of the game because early on it's pretty boring, but the voice acting perfectly captures that spirit. It's camp all the way. It is very campy, very campy. It is humorous and parodious without being over the line. It's not like winking at the camera. It is really trying to do serious homage to the era instead of being like a haha, this is so ridiculous kind of. This isn't a haha, this is openly ridiculous. This is, hey, this is ridiculous because it is so campy. Yeah, I mean, if you like superheroes or comics, are just looking for a good strategy RPG, squad-based RPG to play, this is for you. I've heard of the gameplay. I could compare it to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. You know, I mean, you know, you know. You know, it is crazy, over-the-top action. The story, instead of levels, you play through issues of the comics, and these are set up very similarly, actually, to regular comic issues. You have the ups and downs. You go and you basically fight your way to a main villain. And the storyline and dialogue really makes it feel more like an issue rather than like, you know, there is some coherent story between the issues, but overall it is mainly just this overarching, it's, you know, it is more this overarching, not the overarching deeper stuff that you can see in more modern types of comics and storylines. It is very much more focused on that issue. You know, what is happening there? Go get the baddies. Hate the communists. You know, I mean, this is what good games. This is how good games are made. The graphics are early 2000 era, but for a comic game, they captured that look pretty good. You know, you got crazy heroes, larger than life villains, and tons of personality. I mean, this game has a lot of spunk. You know, I mean, this game has more personality than most modern games. I mean, just, you know, it's really quite. I mean, it might be the best. You know, it's definitely a great game if you're looking for an RPG that you can play on the cheap. It's not too hard in the wallet, and if you missed out on the first time, it's a great game for comic fans. You know, I love the Silver Age of comics. It is really the best era. I like the humor. I prefer it to this more modern era of comics, which has a lot more darker, more adult themes. But back in that day, you didn't need that to be a good comic. You could survive solely on wits alone, and it truly has that Biff Bam Boom attitude, and I think that's what makes it great. I mean, this game is awesome. It's cheap, right? It's cheap. I mean, it's a game you have to play. I mean, there are reported compatibility issues with Windows 7, but I am running it on Windows 7 right now, and without any issues, it runs amazingly. If you try to download the demo, though, to see if it will run on Windows 7, the demo for the first one will not load on Windows 7. Just to let you know, because you want to check it out, and you think that's the way to check. They never updated the demo for compatibility. I didn't even have to put the game into compatibility mode, and it runs flawlessly. I mean, I was kind of wondering if it would run or not. I mean, it runs perfectly on Windows 7 and Windows XP and probably Vista. I mean, you know, it basically, if you want to see gameplay, download the demo off Steam for number 2, which does actually work on Windows 7, because that demo is updated and does not have the compatibility issues in that demo. This game does not have compatibility issues as far as I can tell with Windows 7, because this is the Steam version of the game, and it runs perfect on Windows 7 with no problems, no frame rate issues. Didn't even have to do any tricks to get it to run. It just runs, and I just failed. But you know, like I said, if you're looking for a game with attitude, humor, and a style all of its own, these two games will provide you hours of entertainment for under $10. It's about the price of one movie ticket. It does run on Windows 7. It runs quite well. The system requirements are relatively low on considering the power of most modern PCs. I would definitely pick it up. You can create your own characters. Don't know if the multiplayer is still on, but this game is... I know some people don't like playing older games, but if you're looking for something to play and you don't have that much cash, it's provide you tons of entertainment as an up-to-date title. So this has been my review of Freedom Force for PC. This is MC Tron with PC Review.